Hey everybody, today we are out of the basement and up in the kitchen for a very special segment I call Cooking with Comics. Well, not with comics, I'm not baking comics. It's you'll see. Hello to all my friends out there in YouTube land. It is your good buddy Philtastic Phil here, and I want to welcome you back to my channel. As you can see, we are clearly not in the comic book room or the office today. We are in the kitchen for a very special segment of Cooking with Thor. Well, not literally with Thor. I'll explain. So we've been doing a lot of cooking from home lately, as I'm sure most people have. And no, I don't usually use our kitchen utensils like Wolverine claws. Of course, that's just for this picture. But while going on the internet, just looking for some random recipes, this came across my screen. Thor's cabbage rolls. And this stood out to me first because I thought it doesn't sound like something that I think Thor or Thing would really eat. It turns out this is from a cookbook that Marvel put out, I think sometime in the 70s. And based on some of the other things I found, I think it was just kind of like an idea to say, hey, you can get your kids to eat vegetables too. See, comics are good. But the other reason it really stood out to me was it reminded me of a dish that my beautiful wife and my in-laws make from time to time called dolma, also known as stuffed grape leaves. It's very delicious, and again, they look kind of similar to me, so I figure let's give it a shot. Okay, so I've been watching a lot of Food Network, and I know that if I click my fingers, anything I need as far as an apron or any supplies go will magically appear. Let's give it a shot. Okay. That didn't work out. I'm going to try this again. Hold on one second. Okay, this is better, but I was kind of hoping for something a little bit more my speed. Let's give it another shot. Much better. I think this works out much better. Okay, so I have all my ingredients here. I've made a couple slight adjustments. We've got our cabbage, of course. The recipe called for a teaspoon of onion flakes. To me, you're not going to taste anything, so I'm just using half an onion. Screw it. It also asks for a pound of ground beef. My wife and I try to eat a little bit healthier, so I've got a pound of grass-fed ground beef we got from Aldi. It also asks for a can of condensed tomato soup. Condensed soup especially, is no good. I'm just using gravy. And if you don't know what that is, if you're not from around here, you probably just call it sauce, but I'm calling it gravy. And my wife was nice enough to help make some of her specialty rice. Now, this isn't your Uncle Ben, your minute rice or whatever. No, this is the good stuff. It's a secret recipe, only she knows. She wouldn't even tell me. I had to cover my eyes while I was doing it. So we'll get started. I got my water boiling pretty nice here. I've got my cabbage. We're going to take 8 cabbage leaves and put it in the water. My cabbage is boiling and getting nice and soft in that salted water. I'm going to go ahead and combine all my other ingredients here. We've got that ground beef, egg, my onion here too. And the rice. Okay, into that mixture I'm going to add 4 tablespoons of the gravy. Again, this is North Jersey, this is gravy, it's not sauce. We're going to use the rest of this during the later part of the recipe, but this is just what we need for now. Okay. Incorporate that nice. Next thing we're going to do is take our cabbage leaves and put them out on some paper towel here. I put a layer of parchment paper underneath it just to make cleanup a little bit easier. Now you only need 8 large pieces of cabbage, 8 large leaves of cabbage, excuse me. I wasn't too confident with some of the sizes I was getting, so I figured let me just do what I can do and I'll hedge my bets. Anything I don't use, I figure maybe I'll just use as a garnish. Okay, I've got my cabbage now on the paper towel, and I've layered them just so I could get as many as I can in a small space. And again, I put the parchment paper down just to make cleanup easier later on. And now I'm just really pressing down on them just to dry them as best I could. Get a lot of the excess water off. And now I'm ready to roll them. Okay, so I'm just taking the meat, rice, onion, egg mixture, which looks better than it sounds, and just putting it into the cabbage here, onto the leaf. Pack it nice here, and then we're just rolling it up like a blanket. Then we're just going to take a toothpick and shove it right in there. Oh, maybe 2 toothpicks. Okay, so I've constructed the buns, and in retrospect, maybe I should have brought up a picture of what they're supposed to look like first, because the only thing I had to go from was the illustration on the actual recipe. I guess they look okay. I'm not really confident that they're going to stay all together. Maybe I should have went for a bigger cabbage. I wound up actually putting them into 2 separate pans. Yeah, like I know some of these are just not going to make it. Some of the sea turtles ain't going to make it to the ocean. That's just how it is. So next I'm going to start spooning some of the gravy over this. So it says to, well, let me just do it like this. Okay, so I spoon the remaining amount of the gravy over the pans to put half of what I had in each pan. I hope that's enough. Again, I've never done this before. So next we're going to cover her up. And both of these are going to cook on low for 40 minutes. We're a little bit more than halfway in. It smells good. I know that when I had one fall apart already, but figure we're going to take a little bit of a break here. I'm going to be honest with you. When I saw this recipe, I didn't think it was a Thor recipe to me. I mean, the only thing I could remember watching Thor eat, either in the comics or whatnot, was like whole chickens, meat. There's that creamsicle meme. I wanted to make creamsicles for dessert. I didn't think about it until afterwards. Anyway, and of course the shawarma from the Avengers film. But one thing that I know Thor does like is a good beer. So I stopped at a local brewery just about a mile from my house, Fort Nonsense Brewery in Denville, New Jersey. And I picked me up a 4-pack of Project Lola. And but they're not sponsoring me. They don't know who I am. I'm just saying, hey, this is what I got. And I even chilled myself my nice Chef Factory pint glass. So I figured this is a nice little beverage to have while we're waiting for this. It was a long day. I did some yard work this morning, and I was kind of tired for the rest of the day. So I think I earned this. Now I should warn you, I'm not a big drinker myself. This is just a little bit of indulgence for me, hence the piss poor pour. The bad job I did pouring, rather. But either way, this is 5.4% alcohol, so there's a very good chance this video can go south really fast. It looks great. It smells great too. Alright, cheers to you. Bottoms up. Yeah, that is really good. Very smooth. I can't wait to enjoy this with my meal in just a few. tone means one thing. Break is over. Food is ready. Let's go on get it.
Smells like dinner's here.
So just an update. One of the plates totally burned. I don't know how that happened, but it did. I'll show you in a moment. The other one, it looks good. And we're going to taste it out next and give it a shot here. That's the one that's good. That's the one that just kind of exploded like something out of the Alien movies. So let's give it a try. Moment of truth, I'm going to have my first bite here. It's hard to keep together. I wish I learned a little bit more about the construction of it. They kind of, again, resemble those bao buns you get in Chinese restaurants a little bit to me, but they exploded a little bit. Overall, it's okay when you get all the flavors together. It's a little bland for me. Maybe I needed more salt, more gravy. Excuse me. See, you almost got me doing it. But overall, it's something I would make again. Maybe fine tune it a little bit. I am really glad that I went with half the onion rather than the onion flakes, because then I feel like it would have no taste to it. Not that it's over oniony or anything. All in all, is this something I think Thor would eat? Yeah, maybe. I think it'd be like an appetizer for him. I really feel like, again, he would just pick up like half of a chicken and just... But, hey, I mean, for a cookbook recipe for based on a Marvel comic book character, I think it's not bad. I'm going to ask my wife here. What do you think, honey?
That's good. I like it.
She likes it. Good. And that's what matters. Happy wife, happy life. Thank you again for hanging out with me today while I did a little bit of cooking. I know it's a little bit different from us. Let me know if this is something that you liked, because I could certainly pick up. I know that there's a couple Marvel cookbooks that have recipes in it. If you like what you saw, especially give me a thumbs up. I told you it's 5% alcohol in this beer. As I said, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Share this video, of course, if you'd like, and subscribe if you're not subscribed already. And why not? Come on. What other comic book channel is cooking for you? I haven't seen Reggie cook. I haven't seen Comic Tom cook. Gem Mint, I haven't seen cook. Philtastic cooks for you. Thanks again for coming and hanging out with me tonight. I hope that you enjoy the rest of your day. Peace, love, and comics. Good night.